Mardi Gras king cake is a New Orleans tradition that involves a pastry, a small plastic toy baby, and a party, explains Allrecipes member Joe. The baker hides the toy baby inside the cake, and the guest who finds it gets to host the following year's Mardi Gras celebration. First, let's scald 1 cup of whole milk in a small saucepan over medium-low heat. Remove it from the heat and stir in a 1/4 cup of butter. Set it aside to cool to room temperature. Now, in a large bowl, add 2/3 of a cup of warm water at about 110 degrees. Then add 2 1/4-ounce packages of active dry yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar taken from a 1/2 cup of measured sugar. Stir it gently, then allow the mixture to rest until it becomes creamy. This will take about 10 minutes. When the yeast mixture is frothy, add the cooled milk mixture. And whisk in 2 eggs. Next, stir in the rest of the sugar. Add 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, and stir it well. Now, with a hand mixer, begin to beat in 5½ cups of flour, adding the flour about 1 cup at a time. Finish incorporating the flour by hand, and when the dough is pulled together, turn it out onto a lightly floured board. Knead the dough until it becomes smooth and elastic. This takes 8 to 10 minutes. Place the dough into a lightly oiled large bowl and cover the bowl with a damp cloth. Let it rise in a warm place until it doubles in volume. This takes about 2 hours. While the dough is rising, let's make the filling. Place 1 cup of packed brown sugar into a medium bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 2/3 of a cup of chopped pecans, 1/2 cup of flour, and 1/2 cup of raisins. Stir it well. Then add 1/2 cup of melted butter. And mix it until it's crumbly. Now we'll check on our dough. And since it's risen nicely, we'll punch it down. And divide it in half. Roll 1 dough half into a large rectangle, about 10 by 16 inches in size and about 1/4 inch thick. Spread half of the filling evenly over the dough. Then, beginning on the long side, roll it up tightly like a jelly roll. Place the ring on a greased baking sheet. Bring the ends of the roll together to form an oval-shaped ring. Tuck the ends together. Now form another dough-filled oval ring the same way. And place it onto a second greased baking sheet. Use scissors to make cuts a third of the way through the dough rings at 1-inch intervals along the outside of the ring. Cover the rings with a damp towel and allow the dough to rise in a warm spot until they double in size. This will take about 45 minutes. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Bake the dough rings in the preheated oven until they are golden, about 30 to 35 minutes. Rotate the trays halfway through for even baking. While the cakes are baking, let's make the glaze. To 1 cup of confectioner's sugar in a medium bowl, add 1 tablespoon of water and whisk it until it's blended. You may need to add another 1 tablespoon of water if the glaze is too thick. You may need to double the glaze for 2 cakes. Remove the baked cakes to a wire rack. Then push a small plastic toy baby doll into the bottom of the cakes to hide it. While the cakes are still warm, drizzle the glaze on top. For a festive finishing touch, decorate your Mardi Gras king cakes with alternating rows of green, gold, and purple sugars. Isn't that pretty? And now, bring on Mardi Gras!